미국 중부의 시골 캔자스 출신으로 전 세계를 여행 중인 부부 조시와 리사. 이들은 말레이시아 여행을 마치고 2022년 5월 가는 게 거의 없던 나라 한국으로 향하는데
Excited because in just a few hours we're going to be hopping on a plane to go to South Korea. Nervous because for the first time since our parents joined us on this trip, we're going to a place that I don't really know anything about. It just feels so foreign. I just don't know that much. I couldn't recommend a favorite restaurant. I have absolutely no idea how to get to the hotel. And I know literally nothing about the area that we're staying in.
이들은 낯선 나라에 오게 돼서 불안했지만 도착하면서부터 우리나라의 매력에 푹 빠지는데
Tour of big cities on this trip. Seoul is winning, hands down so far.
이들이 한국을 보며 놀란 이유들을 4가지로 정리해 봅니다.
Some countries during the pandemic have this long list of rules that they say that you have to do. This was not our experience once we got to Seoul at all. Okay, so with the Q code thing that had all of our vaccination information in it, that allowed us to skip the 2 lines. Okay, everything's been smooth so far. Okay, that was super efficient. The whole thing from start to finish of registering took like 5 minutes.
These are essentially magic plastic cards that you load money onto, and they get you access to almost everything in South Korea. And I really mean everything. Buses, trains, taxis, McDonald's, vending machines, even baseball games. After months of searching for ATMs and carrying loads of cash with us everywhere we traveled, having this tiny and adorable card that's accepted everywhere was a total game changer for us.
I'm blown away. One, Seoul's public transportation is so awesome. There's so many signs, so easy to follow. Now we just got out of the station and we're right in front of the palace. It is stunning. I love this city. I love Seoul. I love Seoul so much. So much. So much of Seoul that I already really love, but I think my favorite part is all the really small alleyways that are just full of amazing restaurants like this one. We were just walking and bam!
So what we've been finding out with every restaurant that we go to is that no matter what you order, you're gonna get like the thing you ordered and then like 20 other small dishes of other things.
There's a little call button. Anytime you need something, you can press the button and it goes bing bong, and then someone will come and help you.
But first we had to find our chopsticks. Turns out they're hidden right under the table. That's awesome. Get your food from this robot over here that you tap on the screen and decide what you want, and then it gives you this flashing beep.
Ready to go.
What a nice system.
You would never get the food from there unless you had literally no other choice. But here they're friendly, welcoming spaces where people go to eat, get affordable, great food, and even hang out for a while.
We turned the street and there's so many beautiful, cute cafes. I could wander around these streets for a while. It's so exciting to be here. It's so beautiful and well lit, and there's just so much energy. Thought it was gonna be quieter and low key, but it's poppin'.
As we finally got out of our hotel and started walking around our neighborhood, we were blown away by just how alive it all felt. No way. Dude, there's like 1,000 stops. Where to even start? Where are we? It's just so much life. Everybody's out all the time, walking around. It just feels like the city is very alive in a very good way. I know we've only been here like 24 hours, but it feels like we're all kind of falling in love with Seoul.
I know we're just in a very specific and small part of Seoul, but I love it already. This walking street is full of amazing good foods. It smells so good.
Neon signs, barbecue restaurants overflowing with people and smoke, the sound of questionably good but fun and contagious K-pop coming from the karaoke bars. It all felt like a wonderland of newness, and we couldn't figure out which one of these incredible restaurants to choose for our first dinner. Everyone takes turns cooking, or taking food off, or pouring soju, or sharing rice, or refilling empty side dishes. We fell in love with the style of eating immediately. That was so good. That was so good. You just walk into the market and then all of a sudden you're just like assaulted by colors, smells, everything. Everything's for sale. There's so many people trying to sell stuff to you, but it's all done very politely. It all just feels like this kind of wonderful, calm chaos. There's just so much availability of everything here. What a cool market.
This is really cool. I love the bridge and the lights, but I think the coolest part is that everybody's out here with their friends and their families, and they're picnicking and having a party. Like, this is all legit. It's a celebration. Everybody's out here, and it's a Monday night.
I felt like we had been transported to an entirely different multiverse. Is Seoul safe? We were wondering that same thing before we got here, as anyone would before they travel to any new city. After just a few days, we're doing things any traveler would consider stupidly risky. Blindly going into neighborhoods we know nothing about, leaving our cell phones out in plain sight while we walk away for a few minutes. So what is it about Seoul that made us put our guards down for the first time in a long time? It's all the little things. The quietest form of public transportation I've ever taken. I don't know if you're like just... There was literally nobody talking on that entire train for the whole time we were on it. Even with the non-stop Stairmaster that we were on, we were amazed. The roads were well paved, trails well marked, there was an outdoor gym, and more importantly, people were actually using it. The one thing that I've been thinking about all day is just how incredibly walkable this city is. It just feels like pedestrians come first, and it's been a long time since we felt that way. The sidewalks are absolutely massive, and they're reserved just for people walking. You're not sharing it with motorbikes, which has been our experience most of the other places that we've been.
As soon as we stepped onto the palace grounds, we were immediately transported to a completely different time and place.
I wish I could really fully encapsulate how beautiful this Riverwalk is, with all these lit up pieces of artwork. The peony, the fish, and the dragons. Oh, it's so beautiful. You're just gonna have to come here for yourself and see. Oh my gosh. I think my favorite part about this entire experience is just how many people are out and about, how many people here in Seoul are just enjoying this beautiful, beautiful night. It is a total scene, and a scene that I am in love with. The thing that I find super impressive about this trail or this walk is not just the beauty, the greenery, the actual infrastructure, and also retaining of the culture, also just how peaceful and quiet it is. There's no sounds, no cars, no traffic, no honking, and we're right, again, in the middle of Seoul. This entire trail goes through all these different parks and historic landmarks, and now we're just surrounded by families having meals and picnics out here. Gosh, Seoul just makes me so happy. It's really hard to describe this in words, but there's something so fulfilling to me to see people enjoying their own city the way that Seoul does right now.
I'm just continually impressed with how good of a job Seoul and South Korea has done with making things feel both incredibly new and modern, but with also not forgetting the old and the culture that built it in the first place.
We could have never predicted what Seoul had in store for us. This city is massive, mind-bogglingly huge.
Tour of big cities on this trip. Seoul is winning, hands down so far.
Some cities are best experienced little by little, with a little bit of research and planning. Seoul, however, is a city best experienced all in.
I mean, it's not like this place is without its problems. No place is perfect, we know that. But we also saw people leave their phones and laptops unlocked in a busy cafe while they went outside for a smoke. We saw school children around the age of 5 to 10 riding the subway by themselves to and from school. Now, this is just coming from our perspective of being tourists here for about a week, so we don't really know anything about what it's like to actually live here, but if you ask us, is Seoul safe? From our perspective, definitely.